Hey y'all, I'm Kristen.
And I'm Bailey.
Welcome to Living on a Prayer.
We're two best friends who are here to keep it real and relatable.
Through life's hills and valleys, we're here to remind you we're all just living on a prayer. All right, welcome back, boys and girls.
Welcome back to Living on a Prayer pod. I'm Bailey and
I'm Kristen.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
We're so excited.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, is that foreshadowing?
Yep, we're thankful, grateful, and blessed.
This is our Turkey Day episode. Thanksgiving, Living on a Prayer, Thanksgiving edition.
Welcome back.
It is Thanksgiving, y'all, this week.
Yeah.
And we are so excited to talk to y'all about
what we're thankful, grateful, and blessed.
All
for
the things.
And about. I can't get my words together. I have the googly gigglies today.
We have googly gigglies because we haven't seen each other in like...
Googly giggly and gobbling.
Gobbling.
So you wobble.
Giggle and gobbling.
Okay, stop.
We haven't seen each other in a while, so
Literally,
we're
like
kind of just like hyped up about it. This is basically how we hang out now. We only do this podcast, just so y'all know, we have a podcast so we can hang out.
Literally.
We never see each other.
Scheduled time.
But this makes us hang out, and then we get to just talk and have fun. So this is what keeps our friendship afloat.
So sorry for the giggly googlies, and thanks for listening and tuning in.
But we haven't seen each other in a while, so we're just a little ha ha ha.
So we're going to start out with some turkey trivia.
Okay, we are going to play a little turkey trivia game. So if you're at home listening, see what you know.
Yeah. All right, Bailey.
All right, I'm ready.
Just so y'all know, we have not discussed these. So
we just pulled up some questions
for each other.
What if you ask mine that I'm supposed to ask you?
That's why I asked you, where did you find yours?
Okay. Well, if it's the same, I'll find some new ones.
I got an easy one to start out with. I'll start out with an easy one.
I'm nervous.
What NFL team always plays on Thanksgiving?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, you got it.
Well, I had to think because I'm like, the Saints do sometimes, but it's always. So why do they get to be doing that?
I don't know. It's like a tradition. I don't know the reason.
It's a tradition.
But let me ask you this. Do you know who their performer is this year? Their guest performer for their halftime show.
I know
this is a big deal.
Well, it's like the Super Bowl?
I mean, yeah.
Or like Super Bowl performance equivalent to?
Yeah. It's always somebody really great.
Yeah, so...
You don't know who it is?
I really don't.
Hate to hear that. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell us.
Lainey Wilson.
You love her.
I love her. Bell Bottom Country.
Lainey, congrats. She's really great.
She's blown up. She's from Louisiana. Louisiana girl.
That is great. I can't wait to watch her.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, Lainey.
They did like the reveal for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders was it was a reveal
How cute.
of her, like all of their cameos, and they were guessing the cameos, and then all of a sudden a cameo of Lainey Wilson came up, and that's how they got to know who their performer was.
It's like a little gender reveal.
Yeah, basically.
Wow. Yeah, see, my family, we used to always go to Texas. That's where my family's from.
Oh, yeah.
And we always had to watch the
game,
the Dallas game.
Okay.
And then when the Saints would play, it was always a little.
Yeah.
But, who dat?
Okay.
Who dat? Okay.
So did you ever go to the game?
No. I
You just
never
would watch
did
it.
because I'd be at my mama's house having turkey.
And Mama doesn't live in Dallas.
No, Mama doesn't live in Dallas.
Okay.
But some of my family, I'm sure, has gone on Thanksgiving. I just can't recall.
Okay.
All right, you ready? What was the first ever Thanksgiving called? Like, what did they call Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I feel like it probably had to do something with like a pilgrimage or something. Yes, I'm right.
Well,
I'm on the.
You're on the right track. Think about. You want a hint?
Yeah.
Need to phone a friend?
No, I just want a hint.
What?
I get it wrong. I get it wrong.
Okay. What do they call when you go hunting and you shoot a deer and bring it home for food? You are...
I don't know. A feast? Some kind of... No.
Harvesting?
Yes. A harvest?
They called it the Unremarkable Harvest Feast.
Okay. I just said feast.
Yeah, and harvest. So, and it was unremarkable. Why do we got to change it to Thanksgiving? I like Unremarkable Harvest Feast.
But unremarkable doesn't sound like positive.
It doesn't?
I don't think so.
I thought unremarkable meant good.
Look it up. I don't think
Hold on.
so.
I literally
Unremarkable. Like, that's a remarkable comment.
Oh, shoot.
That's an unremarkable.
I was so excited. So did they not have fun?
I guess not. I guess there wasn't like a true meaning to it yet. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I was so wrong. It says it's just common, not worthy of special attention.
There we go. Not worthy.
I had my words mixed up. Oh dang, so they must have just been eating.
Yeah.
They weren't celebrating,
Nothing.
watching football,
They
having
weren't
drinks,
thankful.
having pie,
They weren't thankful, grateful, blessed yet. They weren't talking
dressing
about
up
it.
for the living room.
No.
They weren't doing none of that.
Mm-mm.
All right, well, I have a follow-up question to that.
Okay.
What year was the first?
You want to know what? That was one of the ones I wanted to know. And then I'm like,
What
no,
year was
I don't
the
know.
first Thanksgiving? If you had to get, stop, go, cheater. She's looking at her phone. For those listening, she's cheating. That is not very Christian-like.
okay, I don't know. It doesn't say it. It's
Okay,
not in here.
just try to take a guess. If you had to guess a year.
19.
Do you think our fans just heard that cheering that we just heard?
No.
Oh, there was some cheering in the office, and it was nice.
We're proud of y'all for whatever y'all did.
They want something good out there.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Is it 1900s,
Oh,
1800s?
no. Oh, back.
Way back.
So further back. Olden days.
Like 17 further?
Yes, believe it or not. Okay, here's the hint. What are 2 birthdays that you get really excited about when you're young? One, you get your license, and one, you can have alcohol. Put those together.
1621.
That's it. You got it on your first try.
Woo!
All right.
The Unremarkable Harvest Feast was in 1621.
Y'all bring that to the table.
Yeah.
Y'all let people
This
know.
would be fun. Y'all take these to your families on Thanksgiving Day, and please video yourself and
send it
send it to us, and we'll make a little reel of everybody's
that would be great.
turkey trivia.
At least ask one of the questions.
Okay, I have one.
Okay,
This isn't even
I'm
on
ready.
here. What is the
You know the answer?
Yeah. Off the top of my head. I'm just like
You just know your Thanksgiving.
no,
trivia.
this is just like funny.
Oh, okay.
Like I think you might know it. I'm
right,
trying to
all
help
right.
you out a little.
Okay, good. Make me look good.
What is I guess it's a chemical or hormone or something. What is in a turkey that makes you sleepy?
MSG.
No.
I was so confident.
That makes you feel swollen though, I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
Is that the one that makes you still feel hungry? There's something in Chinese food that
That's
they put in
MSG.
there,
No.
and they make you feel like you're still hungry and eat more.
Well, they put MSG in most Chinese food, but
Well,
like that makes me feel swollen
What
and
is
bloated.
it
I
that
can't
makes you
feel that.
tired in the turkey?
Tryptophan.
I've heard people talk about this,
Mhm.
but I just didn't know.
Yeah, it's tryptophan.
Oh man,
Okay.
why
next.
is that in there?
It's like I think it's a hormone in turkey.
It's natural.
Yeah.
and it makes us tired.
Mhm.
I eat a lot of turkey.
Yeah, that's why you always have to take a nap and
Like
then you go
deli
back for
meat?
more.
Has it
Yeah.
deli turkey?
Mhm.
Oh, my gosh, this is ridiculous. Okay, ready? Oh wait. Okay, this kind of whatever. I'm not gonna say. What is the number one family tradition on Thanksgiving Day?
To eat turkey.
Wrong.
To cook.
Wrong. You get
Um,
one more chance.
Okay.
You need another hint.
Yeah.
I'm full of hints.
Okay.
It kind of bounces off of the first question you asked me.
To watch football.
Football, number one family tradition is to watch football. Great.
Okay, let's
great.
see. Ooh. You know what should have really been the answer? Not
What?
watch football.
Well, that's just what Google said.
It should be to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Have you ever been to that?
I've never been to New York.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're going. I
I've
forgot.
never
We
been.
talked about this.
But I watched that every year when I was little.
When you were little, you don't watch it anymore?
I mean, my kids aren't very entertained by it.
Mm.
I like turn it on, but they're like,
Cool.
because
Cool,
there's
Mom.
so much space between
Each float.
the floats. Like if it was just like if we could just see all the, because they love that, but then they show someone.
Well, because they stop it and they do the show and then, you know,
dancing,
whatever.
yeah, and the singers.
I put it on while I'm cooking in the morning.
But so you cook on Thanksgiving Day?
Well, I cook some things on Thanksgiving
Like,
Day,
do you-
yes.
yeah.
But I feel
You
like
prep.
throughout the week,
You're just
my family
prepping.
preps. Like everybody cooks their certain things. Sometimes we cook and then we freeze it.
Yeah,
You know, it
get
just depends.
I
There's
know.
like too much.
That's a lot.
Okay, what's your favorite thing to cook on Thanksgiving Day?
Or
for Thanksgiving?
to eat or to cook?
No, to cook. We'll go both. What's your favorite thing to eat?
Okay, my favorite thing to eat is my mom and dad make a cornbread dressing,
Okay.
and it's so good. But it's like a lot of work, so it's not my favorite thing to cook.
Okay.
I let them handle that,
Okay.
and then I eat it.
Love that for you.
To cook, I really enjoy like cooking all the sides.
Like what?
Because they're like easy. Okay, so I like have to have a macaroni.
Okay.
A
Baked?
sweet I'm not picky
baked
with I
macaroni
ain't
or-
picky with my noodles.
Okay.
Just give me the cheesy noodles.
Okay.
I like them always.
All right.
My kids don't really like baked though, so I haven't really been doing that.
Okay.
I love green beans like wrapped in the bacon.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Or
Those little
asparagus.
clusters, green beans.
Green beans. So not a green bean casserole.
I like that too. Let me tell y'all.
She'll take the green beans and the mac and cheese
I
anyway.
like everything.
Okay.
There's nothing I don't like.
Okay. What else?
Sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows. Are you a marshmallow or no marshmallow?
I can't say I've ever like really eaten a sweet potato casserole.
What? Silence? You haven't?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Here's the
that's
thing.
awkward.
Well, one thing you need to know about me, if you
What?
don't already know, is that I'm a really picky eater. So,
And I'm
well,
not.
I have been my whole life. So as like the years have gone on, I've tried something new.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I guess sweet
you
potato
just don't think
casserole
you've
is-
ever had that with the sugar and the like sometimes like nuts on top
I don't.
and the marshmallow melty. I'll
Maybe
bring,
yes,
I'll bring
yes,
you
maybe,
some.
maybe,
Will y'all be at your mom's house?
maybe.
I'll bring you a bite.
I
You
don't.
won't be at your mom's.
I won't be at my mom's. I don't think I've ever.
Well, it's a
Maybe
I
I
feel like
have.
some people are very like marshmallows or no marshmallows. Like some think it's weird.
I feel
that-
like marshmallows
but it's
for sure,
fire.
5 sure,
It's
5
so
sure.
good.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of everything we make. We do that. We do cranberry. Have you ever had homemade cranberry?
Yeah, my mom makes it. She makes it with honey and then she makes it with sugar.
It's so good. Aaron eats it out of the can like dog food.
Ugh.
And literally,
So many people do that, and if you do that and you love it, great, cool.
I'm happy for y'all, but
I can't-
baby, the wrinkles on it,
Well, it
from
just
the can,
the jelly, the way it shakes,
it's so
it's like
gross.
Jello.
But Aaron's like obsessed with it.
Well,
And one year my mom was like, I'm gonna make him like homemade cranberry.
cranberry.
Like this is so thoughtful. And he got there and he's like, where's the cranberry? I'm like, look, she made it. And he's like,
No, go to the store.
I need my can.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh, oh
you're
my
sick.
gosh.
And my mom, so now my mom makes like a fresh one because we love it.
Yeah.
And then the can, Aaron gets a can.
That's so funny.
But it's so good with the
But I will
gravy and the
tell
turkey.
See, I don't do it with the gravy and the turkey. I eat it by itself.
Oh, I make me a little sandwich, a little roll.
Maybe I'll
with-
try that this year. Maybe that's what I need to try.
Mix it all together.
I
It's
will say
fire.
one of my favorite parts of Thanksgiving is the Hawaiian rolls.
Dude, if you don't have Hawaiian rolls, I'm not coming.
Okay.
A sweet roll,
Yeah.
you have to
You
have
to
that.
Hawaiian rolls.
Now we
It's my favorite
do
brand.
both. We do like a sweet roll and then a plain one for like
Yeah.
the people who
Don't like that.
whoever
yeah.
you are out there. But that I
No
mean,
offense.
to be honest with you, we keep it pretty traditional.
Pretty traditional.
And it's
You
just
want to know what's so
us.
funny though is when you start talking to people about what their favorite meal is or what they like to cook or whatever. Like everyone's home is so different.
I know.
Everyone's Thanksgiving
like,
is so
Growing
different.
up, we always had my nana made chicken and dumplings, and that was like a Thanksgiving staple.
right.
And
A lot of people make gumbo. That's their
Yes.
Thanksgiving staple.
and people
you know?
like chicken and dumplings. I'm like, it's not Thanksgiving without
right.
dumplings.
Right.
But now we don't go to Texas anymore.
So no chicken and dumplings.
So, because that's a lot of work too. My
Yeah.
nana be rolling them
the dough.
the dough.
The dough.
Maybe I'll make that this year to
Bring it
just
back.
bring it back. My kids love it. It's so good.
Well, maybe so.
What's your favorite dish? What's your
Um,
favorite thing? Like if you don't have it, you'd be devastated. You show up to Thanksgiving, it's not there.
My
You're
mom.
leaving.
My
Your
mom make yeah, my mom. If my mom's
We
not
need
there, I'm
Siri.
leaving. I'm leaving. My mom actually makes these patty shells. Well, she doesn't make the patty shells. She buys the patty shells.
What's a patty shell?
It's like a little croissant,
Oh, cute.
but like in a shell version. Like it's like a little
yes,
circle.
got
You
it,
know,
got
they
it.
make small ones. They make big ones.
Yes.
But she does the small ones. But she makes like a She does 2 stuffings, but I only.
Oh yeah, I love stuffing.
It's like a spinach and artichoke dip,
Oh baby.
and then she puts it in the
In
patty
the-
shell,
In the shell.
and then she bakes it.
Oh, you got a little spinach and artichoke dip pie is what we're
They're
talking.
literally the best.
Okay, great.
They're baked. It's
That
so
sounds
good.
real good.
And then she makes it also with like an oyster dressing, but like that's not for me. So.
See, like that's another thing. A lot of people do oyster dressing, or some people do like chuck oysters.
Yeah. Well,
Thanksgiving.
we do that in the evening.
I'm
but-
coming. Where y'all be?
Denise's house. You can come.
Good, down the
Come on
street.
over. Yeah.
Hey, Denise, I'll see.
I'll see you at your house. The other thing is obviously like turkey, and
yeah,
then,
we gotta have turkey. How do y'all do your turkey?
Oh, we
Oven?
have like 6 different turkeys.
All right,
Everybody
all right.
brings a different turkey.
So we do them
There's
all
one that's
different
fried.
ways.
There's one that's stuffed. There's one that's baked. There's one that's I don't know.
There's always
what
one that's
else.
dry.
Yeah,
That you just wonder about
but
it.
there's like always 6 different turkeys.
Wow, we
one
do-
stuffed
my
with
dad
boudin,
fries
one
his
stuffed with
turkey.
some
and it's
Faya.
good.
Faya. I always eat the same one.
What about ham? You turkey or ham? Or both?
Turkey. I mean, I like both,
Aaron's a ham guy.
but I have to have the honey baked ham with the crystal
With
brown
the crystal
sugar.
crunchy
Duh.
sugar.
Duh.
Us too. Aaron's obsessed with it, and if he doesn't have it, he's devastated.
I'll tell you this. I make a mean mashed potato though.
I remember this last year.
Turkey and mashed
I
potatoes.
remember
is the
your
way to
mashed
go.
potatoes. Now, do you like your food to touch, or you like want it on its own?
No, I separate.
See, and I'm like a
everything.
bowl girl. Like
Ugh.
I'm like I will mix
Ugh.
a mashed potato bowl with like turkey and all the green beans and everything in it. Literally so good.
Couldn't be me. It's something about like
You
the
don't like it
flavor is
touching.
supposed. I don't like it touching, and the flavor is supposed to be the flavor of whatever it is.
By
now,
itself.
now I will like dip my mashed potato. Like I'll get
In your
a fork of
turkey.
mashed potatoes, and then I'll grab my turkey.
Okay, well
and I'll
that's
eat that
good.
with gravy. I'll
Yeah.
do that. But like I told you, I'm
Oh,
not doing. I'm not doing mashed potatoes, turkey, cranberry all
on
in
a
bun.
bread.
Ugh, it's
Try
not
it,
happening.
dude. Try it. I'm
No.
telling you. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. I will mix anything. There's not a food I won't eat. Like, I was with a group recently and we were all like, what is the one food you would never eat or like you pass up? I had nothing to say. I was really trying to think. I
I'm
will
just
eat
too picky. I'm
anything.
just too picky.
And to mix it, I'm like all about a bowl.
No. And then
Dang.
we always do in the evening. So like we eat like Thanksgiving meal like between like
Lunch.
lunch like between like 1 and 2:30, and then at around like 5 or 6 when the game. Does the game come on during the day? I don't know.
It is during the day.
Whatever
but I
night
think
game-
it changes.
Yeah, whatever night game comes on or like whatever game's on
There's
in the evening,
games
we do
flowing.
char-grilled oysters.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'll be down there.
yeah,
Come find me a little oyster.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, you have any more questions? I have one more.
Let's see.
Now I'm actually starving for Thanksgiving.
I know. I'm like getting really excited. I can't believe it's like actually so close. But I think because
we blinked and it's Thanksgiving.
we did blink.
Like this whole year. Are you kidding?
I really haven't blanked much lately. I feel like
Kristen hasn't slept.
let me just. I had to tell y'all this
She has to tell y'all
because
something.
this is funny. This is just the epitome of me and Bailey's life. I was out of town for work last week.
In Vegas.
And
mind
play.
you.
And play.
Work
You know,
and
you
play.
can't go to Las Vegas
A little bit of both.
and not play. So I was there for a work conference, and the people I was with were from all over. So we all went to dinner, and then obviously we went to a nightclub after. And there's a 2-hour time difference.
Yeah,
so that
too.
already.
I did forget that.
No, so
That
that already
helps.
like messes you up, right? Well, it was like almost 2 a.m. in Las Vegas, which is 4 a.m. here. And Bailey's kids wake her up at 5.
Jude wakes me up at 5. Like,
It almost never fails.
without
So
a doubt.
I'm just like sitting on my phone at this nightclub, and I sent Bailey a video, and I was like, I am just thinking to myself that this is where I am right now, what I'm doing with my life, and you're about to get woken up
By your kid.
by your kid, and I will probably be walking into my hotel room when you're getting woken up,
And we literally
And
start
that
texting.
and it happened. So
I'm like, oh my gosh, please have fun for me. And you're like, yeah, I'm about to go to bed. And I'm like,
we're
about
waking
to get
up
the
for the
day
day.
going.
Woo-hoo.
but I did forget about the 2-hour time difference.
Yeah.
Because I was like, dang, how do you stay up that late?
Oh no. Ooh.
I've been going to bed every night, like at 9 o'clock is late. Like, I'm just like, I got to go to bed.
I know. I hate that for you.
I
Actually, I love
know.
it for you.
It's
I wish
great,
it could,
but
I wish it
do
was me.
wish some
I wish it
nights
was
I could
me.
like stay up and get a little silly, but I can't.
Get
Not
silly.
with- that's what I
Get silly.
Hey, that's what I was thinking. But I've been trying to say, like, I just started The Chosen finally. Have you watched The Chosen?
No, didn't Aaron say we needed to watch
Aaron
that?
said we needed to watch it.
he watched it.
So many people tell me, my cousin Anessa, she's always like, you have to watch it, I promise. It's like, for people that don't like to read, like, we like to...
Are you pointing to me?
Well, we've talked about this. We'd rather a visual.
Yeah.
Like, we'd rather... I mean, I like to read now. I've grown into it, but the Bible's really hard to read. And it's the Bible as a TV show.
Okay.
And it's like, the beginning's a little slow, I'll say
So
that.
maybe I need to make that like my Christmas season.
Yeah, like the beginning's a little slow because it's like a little confusing, especially if like you're like me and you start scrolling your phone a little bit. Because when I get bored, I like out of habit pick up my phone and I'm like, oh shoot, what I missed. But once you like get through, I'd say the first like 3 episodes, it's like,
yeah.
But it's so good.
Okay.
It's so good.
I love that for you.
So, but I'm trying to like go to bed a little early so I can watch an episode of The Chosen. But half the time I fall asleep. It's not
okay.
right. It's not
All
right.
right. Well, speaking
Back
of
on Thanksgiving.
what are you 3 things that you are most thankful for?
3
this
things
season.
that I'm most thankful for. This is such a blessing to be able to even say that. Like, wow, I just love life. Okay. Number 1, obviously, Jesus, my homie. I'm just so...
You need a shirt that says Jesus is my homeboy.
I really do. Should we make one?
Sure.
And then on the back, we can have our logo.
Living on a
great.
Prayer Pod. Y'all send in a DM if you want to pre-order.
Because, like, seriously, I say it all the time. But I'm obviously thankful for him, but I'm very thankful for where my relationship is with him.
Gosh, you took mine.
We can both say it because it's like a big one. And I think it's
huge.
like this time last year, I was in such a different place.
Having a totally different conversation.
Such a different place. Like, oh my gosh, like I was leaning and trying to like have that faith I knew I needed to have. And like I was going through a really tough season and I needed to know, like I knew I needed to surrender, but I was like
Still trying to control it.
Still trying to figure that out. And I'm at a whole different place this year. Like I'm able to surrender and I'm able to just like give it to God.
You were always able to. You just chose to.
There was a lot of roadblocks.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a clear road. And when and just our relationship is so strong right now. And I just feel like, I'm so thankful.
That's how I'm with you on that one. Because when I was thinking of, moving into this next season of Thanksgiving, like what is it? And I was like, I'm really, really like at peace with
the peace.
Yeah, with so many things. And it's only because of where my relationship has grown to and gone to. And even yesterday I was so tired and I've just been on the go. And so I wanted a day of like not do anything. Right. Do my laundry and whatever. But it didn't even happen. But I was taking a bath and I thought to myself, I'm so tired. I really don't want to I don't want to get dressed and go to church.
Yeah.
Like that's just where I was for a second.
I get it.
And in the last couple months, I have just told myself, if I can't make an hour to go to church on a Sunday when I'm supposed to go, then I shouldn't be making an hour to go anywhere else or do anything else ever.
Sister,
ever, even during the week,
it's
like
true.
I shouldn't be making an hour for myself to go work out.
Nope.
I shouldn't be, taking 3 hours to scroll on my phone or make a TikTok or make a reel because what is that reel gonna do for my business if I'm not going to church?
Yes, amen.
And I'm not providing, if I'm not giving that
pouring
relationship,
into him.
God's gonna provide.
He does,
when
y'all.
you give it to him. So anyway, I was on the phone with my sister last night. I had just left mass, and she was like, "Oh, I just cooked dinner for everybody, and like I really don't want to go, but we're about to load up the car and we're about to go." So she went at night, and I said, So I repeated that to her, and I said, "That's just like where I am," and it's almost like, at least for me being Catholic, there are so many Catholic churches, and there are so many mass times. Yep. You can go at 7:30 a.m. You can go at 11 a.m. You can go at noon. You can go at 5, 6,
like
7.
There's so many
no
options.
matter where you go, there's so many options. It's like you have to try not to go to church.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh, that's it. And honestly, that happens because the enemy gets in our head saying, you don't have to go. You don't have to. And then it's easy to like talk yourself out of it or be like, well, I have this instead or I have this.
Right.
But you're so right. Like if we don't take, and it should be more than an hour a week, but
yeah, but on that Sunday that you are like supposed
Sunday,
to go.
If you can't take an hour to do that, you should, like you said, you shouldn't be then don't take an hour to do anything else for yourself because that's like that would be a selfish thing.
Or for anyone else.
Right.
Right?
If you can't pour into Jesus,
Shouldn't go-
how you
Yeah.
gonna pour into anybody
You
else?
can't go to lunch with a friend. You can't go
Yep.
have coffee with a friend. Like,
Yep.
you need to be going to have lunch and coffee with Jesus.
I love that.
Right?
I love that. It's so true.
Yeah, and I don't, not that a year ago I wasn't there, because I had started really pouring in more,
Right.
and I had like recognized that, but you let yourself fall off the track,
yeah.
especially during holiday time,
It's
right? Like,
easy.
it's so easy to let
easy.
yourself do that.
Yep.
So
I love that.
yeah.
Yeah, I think from even for both of us, like I know where this time last year is when we started talking about this podcast, like December
like
of
1
last
month.
year.
Yeah.
And so we've been very like intertwined, and our faith has been very intertwined, and I am proud of us. We have grown a lot in
Yeah.
a year, just a
Yeah.
year of doing this and just like trying to, always practice what we preach, and then being there for each other when someone's going through something, and to like reiterate, like, no, surrender, give it to God, and like being that
There's a
person for each
reason.
other.
Yeah.
Like I'm proud of us,
Yeah, I agree.
and I'm thankful. I'm
Thankful,
thankful for
grateful,
that.
blessed.
I'm so thankful. I'm very thankful. And I do
Me
feel
too.
like it's completely changed my life to have
Well, I was
that.
about to say that too when I was like sitting and reflecting on it. Things in my life have just
shifted, right?
shifted, full shift. Like,
Full shift.
the worry is not
It's different.
as grand. I don't feel rattled to my core
Yep.
with certain things. Making decisions is so much easier.
Yep.
It's like my life, the light bulb has
The
gone off,
peace.
and my world has been opened.
Yeah, to a whole nother world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like
And things are just happening right in front of me.
they are. Same. Can't talk about too much today,
It's
but
just
we both
crazy.
have things that are just like woo woo, and we're like, oh my
When
gosh,
they're
this
just
is
like
it. This is
showing
what
up right
we
in
prayed
front
for
of us.
this. Like,
Yeah.
this is, and we were faithful to Him, and He's gonna be faithful to us, and God always, always, always is faithful to us. So it's really great. So that's my
That's
big
your first
number one.
Okay, what's your number two?
My number two is obviously my family. I'm so thankful for my parents, my sister, my extended family, my in-laws, my husband, my children. Like, I just feel so blessed by my family. My kids, obviously, I'm just so thankful for them. They make me so proud every day. I'm not gonna cry.
Mom things. If you're a mom, I'm sure
But
you're
I'm just
on the same
I
wave.
am so thankful for them. I'm so thankful to be their mom. I'm thankful for the chaos. I'm thankful for the good days, the bad days. I'm just thankful that it is my blessing to have them. My third thing, I have so many things I'm thankful for. I have to cap it at 3.
You don't have to cap it at 3. I just was like,
Well, we do have to cap it at 3 because we're on a time limit.
bloop. Always.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna say our podcast and our friendship for my top 3. Because you're like family to me, obviously, but our friendship is so valuable. And I'm just so thankful for
emotional.
this. Like, this is my happy place. I was talking to someone the other day, and they're like, so do you make money off of that? I'm like, no, it's my hobby. And I'm like, this is my hobby. This is what I want to do in my spare time. I love it. I get so fulfilled being here, and it's like my favorite thing to do. And I get to do it with my best friend.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
just love
emotional.
you. I'm so thankful for you. And you always listen to me at all times of the day, and you're just always there for me. So thankful.
Wow.
Very thankful.
Okay. Oh my God. I'm
Now, if I'm not in your
emotional.
top 3, I'm walking out. Hey, just kidding.
I think my top 3 would be,
Same top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
We do
my
be
family,
having-
I can put my family and friends like
As
all
a
in
category.
Yeah, as a category, you know. Very blessed. I'm
Blessed. We are blessed.
blessed.
We have
even
a lot
on even on my bad days, that's what I've been trying to shift. I know we talk about perspective a lot, but even on my bad days, or like when I'm tired, or when things are not going like as I had planned, or you know, just whatever that looks like, it's like I'm blessed to have these issues. I'm
Yes.
blessed to be tired because I have a job and I have family
yes,
and friends.
amen. How
like-
blessed are we to have stress and too much on
Right.
our plate
Yeah.
and too much laundry to do and to be exhausted from all the
Yeah.
event. Like, we are so blessed.
Yeah, and I'm very thankful for that. So it's just being able, and I think that goes hand in hand with where my faith has gone. It's like
Yes.
being able to shift my perspective to that
to
instead
recognize that.
of playing like a poor pitiful me game. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
It's so easy.
I'm so tired.
I'm drained. I
I'm
haven't
so,
stopped. I haven't got
I'm
to be
so
home. I
tired from
haven't-
going to
Yeah.
New York and Las Vegas.
Yeah, like 2 great things that you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, one was with family and one was for work.
Yep.
And new opportunities and,
Right.
learning and growing and shifting that. Like,
For sure. Yeah, I know. I was this morning, I woke up and today has been like a day that's been like every minute I'm on a schedule. Like, I'm like, I got to get to here, to here, to here. And I went to bed last night and I had it all planned out, like how it was going to work. And I woke up this morning.
Was it chaos?
Well, so we had some childcare issues. And then I thought I was going to bring Goldie with me to one thing, but she slept in. So then I was like, all right, change of plans for that. I'm going to do this and I'll come back to get her. Then something shifted at the next thing.
So
and
everything you had planned in your control fell out of your control.
And it was
for the way it was supposed to be.
Lesson of like, it was little stuff, it's not like big life things, but we try to sometimes plan out our lives to the minute of like, well, in 5 years, I'm going to do this. And then and then we get confused when it's like shaken up because it's not our plan. And even as simple as my little like day of to-dos got completely shaken the second I woke up. And it's like, Jesus is like reminding me like, girl, I got it.
I got it.
Like, this is not your plan. It's mine. Even as little as my itinerary for the day.
Right. Everybody's going to be where they need to be when they need to be there.
I've been at everything. And I try to stay calm because usually those kind of things get me like worked up. Like when I'm like, oh, well, she was supposed to come. And I'm just like, I literally have to talk myself down.
Well,
and
you can only control what you can control.
Right. And what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Like, I'm still going to go here and I'm still going to go here. I was late to a few things because of that. But it was like, well, we're here.
Yeah.
And that's all we can do. And like we've talked about, God puts us in the right
place
spot,
at the right time.
down to where I am on the interstate.
For the second.
He has me there because that's where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it was a little just like, I love these little God winks, these lessons of like, hey, I got you. Because I have a lot of other bigger things going on.
Yeah.
And it's like just a reminder of, hey, those things, I got those too.
Yeah. And shifting.
He's got us in the palm of his hands.
Yep. And we're very blessed.
Being, understanding that. I love how you said, like, just shifting the perspective of, I could have been really stressed, but then it's like,
I know,
how blessed are you to do all these things?
Yeah.
Take my daughter to ballet. I had a braces appointment, like, that I'm doing something for myself. Went to a Thanksgiving lunch for Jude. Coming here. Like, these are all great things.
Right.
So instead of being frazzled with the time management of it, it was just like, I had to let it go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there when I get there.
Let go, let God,
Let
baby.
go, let God.
Yeah. I think too, I'm very blessed at going back to like family and friends is just like who I have in my life, who is supporting me, who is not supporting me, and figuring that out too. Because I know we talk about like the wonderful things, but
it's hard.
It's really hard. But life shifts, life changes, and if life doesn't change, it doesn't grow.
Right.
Right. So, just that too. It's like, yeah, sometimes it sucks, but also at the same time, it's like
just learning who your real circle is.
Yeah.
And it's getting smaller. I'll tell you, mine is getting smaller.
Mine too.
but
it makes me sad. Like some days I think about it, I'm like, man, I used to talk to that person a lot more.
I know.
Or, this used to happen with this person a lot more. Or, I wish things were the same.
And it's so easy to look back and be like, oh,
I know.
That was fun.
But it just was a chapter. And
it's a chapter. And just understanding that if God wants them in your life or actively back in your life, he's going to put them there. So it's just like,
or if you need to be in theirs, like it made, just be a time that
things happen.
They have to go grow too.
Yep.
Right? We have to grow. So I think also just knowing that and watching those relationships like grow and bloom and know that like, God's timing is best because
he's got it.
Yeah, a lot of things we worry about. Yeah.
A lot of things we overthink and worry about and try to like handle ourselves usually go up in flames.
Yeah, and it's just not the right timing.
It wasn't the right timing.
Yeah.
It wasn't the right way. You're pushing it. You're trying to rush something.
This is like all going back to the same thing. But I think I'm really blessed in that aspect. And then I think also just being at peace with knowing that now.
Yeah.
Because again, 1 year ago, I would have been like,
no,
why is this happening? Why is this person being
had
like this? What's going on?
A lot of anxiety. Like, we both still have our things, but I just remember even like last year at this time, like I know I was losing sleeps every night. And like, there were just a lot of things that we were both just like.
Well, I could tell you last year at this time was the time that like, I was in my bed feeling like I was chained to my bed and I literally didn't even, I felt like I couldn't get up.
Yeah.
Like my anxiety was so bad that I didn't even want to go anywhere and do anything.
Yeah. And just a year. Look at us. I think you keep saying peace, and I love that because it's a peace. To have peace in your life and in your heart and about things and scenarios and situations, there is nothing greater than to have it. And once you feel it, you want to feel it forever, and you're aware of like, okay, I can have peace with this if I just surrender.
Right.
Or I don't have to stress about this person or this situation because God's got it.
It's not mine.
It's not mine.
It's not mine.
I have peace knowing I get to just
It may
keep
affect
living.
me, but it's not mine.
I just get to keep going. And that's like my thing that I'm just like, you just get to keep going and keep doing what he calls you to do and keep your eyes on the prize, and that's Jesus. And just keep moving forward, and the other people are on the sidelines falling down, getting hit by trees, whatever. I'm just going to keep my eyes on the road.
Not getting hit by trees.
Well, you might get hit by a tree if you're not living for God. I'll tell you that. He won't hit you with a tree, but someone else might that I've heard of. His name starts with a D. The devil.
I didn't know where you were going.
You're like, hold up. But
Oh my
seriously, like
gosh.
let people be whatever. I know I'm switching this, but let people be who they're gonna be. And if it's not who you align with, and it's
That's okay.
not, it's you don't have to fix people. You don't have to like my thing is I'm just
When I think now that I am where I am in my faith, it's very clear to me who I want to be in a room with, who I want to be sitting at a table with. And if they don't, this is the crazy part. If it doesn't align with me, or if those people don't align with me, it doesn't bother me as much anymore. If I'm sitting at
This
a
is
table and I'm listening to conversations and having conversations, I don't let it rattle me like I used to.
this is it.
I was at a table last week
The
and
peace.
yeah,
Like
I was at a table last week and people were talking about things that I just wanted nothing to do with, and I just kind of sat there and I listened, but I didn't chime in, I didn't bark back,
Yep.
I just knew to
remove yourself.
right when the time was right. I was like, okay,
Isn't that crazy?
And
And don't
it
you
was
feel
fine.
so good? Like,
Yes.
don't you feel so good?
and I didn't go to sleep that night.
You went to
Work-
sleep with a full heart, a peaceful
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah, I was like, I'll pray for them.
Yeah, I know.
You
And
know?
it's one of those things that's like really hard too. That's something I'm really working on. As a human, my flesh sometimes wants to pop off when people pop off at me.
Right.
But to take it down and to be godly to them and to
Mhm.
just love them through whatever they're doing to me, whether it's hurting me or doing me wrong, whatever it is, it's like God gives us this grace all the time, and he shows us mercy all the time,
When we
even
don't
when
deserve
we
it.
surely don't deserve it. So
Mhm.
when someone on earth doesn't deserve it, you still are required to do the same thing. And it's hard as heck.
It is.
I'll tell you that. When someone is mean, ugly, hurts you, does you dirty, and you have to be nice to them,
Ugh.
are you sure that makes sense, Jesus? Because I would like to be ugly back, but it's just not the case. And I just recently went through something like that, and I was godly, and I was nice, and
And you can put your head on
And
your
I
pillow
do.
at night
I
and,
do.
and feel better.
I feel great about it. And although I know it's still something that's like a little icky, I'm
Yeah.
like, I loved you and did everything I could
Well,
that
that's-
I was supposed to do.
And that's what God does for us.
And that's what he
Every
does
day.
for us.
when we mess up.
Yep.
And
And
when
some
we're
people
at
are
our
like, oh
highest
my
of highs.
gosh, you're too nice. And you get walked all over. And I'm like, I've kind of accepted I'm going to have feet prints all over me for the rest of my life. Like, I'm literally going to have shoe marks all over me for the rest of my life. And I'm just fine with it. Because I'd rather be too nice than too mean.
Yeah, that's true.
And my heart's too big. Great.
That's true.
Ouch. That
Yeah.
doesn't insult me. Like, I know that I let people take advantage of me often. And I know there's a difference between being respectful, like being respected, respecting people, being kind, and then being walked all over. I've read all these memes that explain the difference. And I'm like, okay. But here I am still. And I'm just like, if anyone's looking for someone to
Still
bully,
giggly googly.
here I am. But basically, I'm very thankful for my relationship with Jesus because it has caused me to have better earthly relationships too.
Yes, within spilling into your
Yes.
friends and family.
And removing
Yeah.
people when I feel like they're not.
You know what else I'm grateful for too
What,
in that
girl?
friends and family realm is how different all my relationships are.
You have a lot of different friendships.
I was
like
thinking about that this
relationships,
morning.
yes.
I was thinking about that this morning. I was talking to two different friends from two totally different parts of my life.
Yeah.
In different seasons in my life. And it's just really cool to see, how God places people to work in your life in different ways and for different things, you know?
And you
and
some
what
of
you
them
need
come
them
later, like you've been like me and Lindsay, my good friend, we've been friends for like 15 years, but even just recently there was something that we were talking about and she's like, this is why God put us in each other's lives, like this,
15 years ago.
and it like worked up to this moment,
Mhm.
and we've always had a great relationship. It was just this big aha moment, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it is crazy how he's like, all right,
Yeah.
this seed here. And sometimes it took not that we've had a great relationship this whole 15 years, but
Right.
say it was something that gets put in your life and you're waiting for whatever it may be. And it takes 15 years, but he always provides, you know? So it's just cool. Like that you said that, cause it is, he puts different people in our lives to water different.
Well, and it's like, it's as simple as, you know, I want to go on a trip with this person because we have fun. We like to go eat. We like to shop. We like to go out. We like to have a good time, but we also like a little bit of downtime. Okay, me and this friend are like great travel buddies. This is awesome. Then I have a friend that it's like a really just good working relationship. It's somebody that I can like our brains bounce ideas off of business wise.
Vent about work.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, that's a totally different season. I have, you know,
then
friends
someone who wants to just go hiking the whole trip and y'all can go. Yeah, that's really cool.
And then somebody I want to go sit down and have coffee with and talk about God with. And,
so where do I fall in? Because
you kind of have all of these. I read a meme that I sent Bailey this morning that was like, oh, you're tired of me? You think that we're not going to be friends and this season's over? Go take a nap because I'm not going anywhere.
If you're getting tired of me, go take a nap because I ain't going anywhere. And I was like, bet.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I never need a nap from you.
What?
I never need a nap from you.
That's so sweet. That's sweet. I think
Just
you're
saying.
lying.
I don't.
Really?
I really don't. I would tell you. I'll be like, girl, I need a nap. And that's if I ever say that to you, you know.
I know. I'll take a little step back.
No, I don't ever need a nap from you.
And then, I don't know. I just think it's really cool. That's something I'm really grateful and thankful for because I just,
you have friends like all over. Like they live all over.
Yeah.
So you always have
well, that was funny. That was this morning when I was talking to one friend. She just went through a hardship last week with her family. Like somebody really close to her passed away and she lives in one state. And then I was talking to another friend that I grew up with here and she also doesn't live here anymore. But it was just, those were two totally different times and points in my life. And we were talking about two totally different things.
Isn't that crazy?
But, you know, you need those relationships to like fill your soul and you fill theirs, you know?
It is.
So I'm really grateful for that. So wherever you are in my season of life,
thanks.
Whenever you have been in my life and you haven't been in my life and then you've come into my life, like thanks.
Thanks to everyone who's been in Kristen's
even
life.
People, I will say this too. I've had lots of friendships like just even come from y'all listening to this.
Oh, I know.
You know, and
cool?
It's really there's like somebody I
really love that.
I run into people in the community and then all of a sudden we're in each other's DMs and then we're texting and we're like hanging out. So it's really I don't know, really it's really
think,
cool.
Like it is like the coolest thing how many people,
relationships have bloomed and blossomed from this. Yeah.
And
so
like we get stopped in the most random places.
Random.
Like, oh my gosh, you're Bailey? You're from the podcast? I know Kristen this way. Like, and then it's like, oh, you're Kristen? You know, wait, I heard someone recognized my voice. Where was I? I remember I texted
Whole
you.
Foods?
I don't know. I was somewhere and someone's like, your voice sounds so familiar. And then they're like, are you on that podcast with Kristen Quick? And I was like, yeah, that's me. But
I'm the girl.
Funny. But we've formed so many new relationships from this. So
it's just
that's
really cool.
Very, very cool.
So I don't know. That's a really big blessing in my family friends. And
so I guess to wrap it up,
thankfulness.
Do you have anything else you want to say that you're thankful for?
I don't know. I feel like that just really
we're pretty thankful. I mean, we're both pretty thankful girls.
I'm just grateful, thankful, blessed,
all the
things for like a beautiful life, even when it's not so beautiful.
It feels
like,
not pretty, but it's
beautiful thing. You know what? It popped into my head last night when I was in mass was like, I was just having a moment with Jesus, and I
love my moments with Jesus.
I just was thinking to myself, I was just saying like, you know, thank you God for the grace you give me even when I don't deserve it, and thank you for the broken things that lead me to the better things.
Oh, that's good.
That kept, and for the last couple days, that's been like replaying in my head of like all these broken,
without the trials,
with all these broken, really hard, really hard things, with all these really like big pain points, you always hear like your pain has purpose.
Yep.
And like there is healing after you're hurt, and it's so true. So I think that's just been playing in my head over and over of like all of these broken,
thank you.
all these broken pieces.
Yes. Oh, our mirrors.
The mirrors. All these broken pieces get put
one.
back together, and we just look at ourselves, and
a whole
it's still
new light.
beautiful, but like there's golden light shining through it because of God.
That's so true.
I think that's what I'm like most grateful for.
And I was gonna you said how you were thanking God, and I was like, that is just something that I think a lot of times we forget, because we go to ask for things when we pray, and we do like, oh,
we
what's
tell
gonna
God,
happen?
I need this, I want this.
But to just, especially with it being Thanksgiving, just to, if you could today, especially take a moment to thank God for all of the things in your life, even the hard things and the broken things, because it's all gonna come out to be beautiful in the end, and it's really hard to see sometimes. But if you cling to Jesus and cling to your faith and just know that he has you, it's going to be good. I promise you. Like there's no doubt in my mind that everything's going to work out for the good now that I am like 100% surrendered to God. I know he has me. I know he has my kids, my husband, my family, my business. I know he has it. It's all his. And I'm just here on earth, like navigating. Yeah. That's like the way I look at it. But thank God. Don't forget to thank Jesus today and every day for what he does for you. Yeah.
Yeah. And thank the people around you.
Yes, that too. Like even just like my husband or you, like y'all are people I talk to every day, and I probably don't thank you enough for just being there and all the things y'all do. I'm just saying. So thanks. Are you going to cry? But thank the people that are in your life. Thank the people that are good to you, because without them, you wouldn't be you, and you wouldn't be able to do the things you do. So it's easy to take everyday people in your life for granted. Don't cry, because I'm gonna cry. But even like my mom, my dad, like they help me every single day with my kids, and I like it just becomes part of the routine. And instead of making sure they know, like, thank you for helping me, thank you for loving me, thank you. So thank you for being the best friend ever.
Love y'all.
I love y'all. We hope y'all have the best Thanksgiving with your families. When you eat, think of us.
Don't forget to do your trivia.
Do some fun
trivia.
Put
it up on your stories. Tag us. We'll share
any trivia, or tag us in your food, because we want to see what you're eating for Thanksgiving.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys. We love y'all. Thank you.